Hi, this is Cindy from Vintage to New. And this is In the Peaceful Garden. The cover here shows women from probably the Edwardian era. This journal is garden pictures and pictures of women and children in the early teens to late 20s, and there's some advertising in here that's probably from the 30s. So without delay, let's get started right away taking a look at our journal. The first thing I want to point out is there's little charms down here at the bottom from the center signatures. There's two little birds and bees because of the bee skeep here on the front. So it's got seam binding for the closure here. And the way that you open it, this book turned out very chunky. This closure needs to be used to keep it closed because it pops open if you don't. So it opens up, and here's our first garden scene. Here is the end paper. And then this pocket is one that I've not seen before. It's probably been done before, but everything in it is completely removable. I can just pull this little piece of paper out, or I can just put it back in. And my thoughts are, this journal's so full, you may want to take out pieces of it, and so this would be an easy way to do that. It also has "This Book Belongs To" on it, and I put bees throughout the journal. So this is part of the DigiKit, this little paper here. This is the back of it, and that's included. This is an Edith Holden piece. This is one of the little tea cards that's in the kit. There's a video that I show how we made this envelope, and the advertising and the tea cards are separate. This image here came out of a Better Homes and Gardens, and this is one of my little people. But this here, it was printed front and back. And so there's that. You could use any template you wanted for an envelope and decorate it any way you want. But that one is one that I did. This is one of the little tea cards. This is the advertising and tea cards. This is in the kit. It's got very faint lines on it for journaling. She's in the kit. This one is also in the kit. This is a close-up of a vintage piece of silk that I digitally lightened up so that it's nice and light, so you can write on it, and it has very faint lines on it. This little one's in the kit too. It says, "Without you, life was dull and gray, but with you, all things are bright and gay." So I thought she was really sweet. This is in the kit. This is a botanical book. I don't have a lot of botanical books that are really old and of different sizes, so I mocked up a couple pages and I added one of my clipping garden images there. This is in the kit. It's a background image, and it has faint writing on it, and you could use that as lines for writing. Here's some more vintage advertising, some more little tea cards. This is part of the kit. It's in the garden. This is part of the kit. It is a rose image, and I very faintly put music over the top. To me, the music makes lines that would make really easy to write on. This one is out of a Better Homes and Gardens book that I had. It's just a hydrangea illustration, and I added this little tag, and it has the dictionary definition of joy. And if you untie this, it opens up, and there is writing paper here on the inside. You just pull it out, and you have a place to journal. And then there's also a pocket here with a card for journaling. I'll fix that up again later. We turn the page, and there is a top tuck spot up here. This is a vintage magazine that was from the 30s. It's one of the oldest, or one of the newest pieces in the book. I really like the graphics. So that's not anything that's included anywhere. It's actual piece of a magazine. This little calendar is included. It's a 1923 calendar, and she's included in the kit. They make great journaling cards. This is a piece, a very old Sears and Roebuck catalog. It's taken from an actual catalog. So it's them in their little hats. And on the other side, this is part of your kit, it's the Alhambra house, also offered by Sears and Roebuck. You could order this house and it would be delivered in pieces to you for $2,674. This is just a music page. If you need lines, you could write this way or you could write over it that way. This is also the back sheet to our center, and it's included, and the center is included in the kit. And you can see where these birds and little bees came from there. And that's the back of that page. This is the bottom of the advertisement, so there's the other side of the ladies. This is a double tuck spot that comes up and over the top. And it has a fruit garden and home tag that's included in the kit. This is Griffin Nurseries order form. You can order your flower seeds and vegetables. The date, it says 1920 and the last digits left blank, and there's some other funny things on here. There's one in each signature of this book. So there's one in the first signature and in the second signature. There's 2 signatures in this book. And then this one is just a really pretty lady with, as a journaling card. Again, the roses with the music. Another garden scene with a woman picking flowers. A little vellum piece. The sweetest little boy with a bouquet of flowers just for you. And again, the back sheet is included. This is out of Cindy's Cutting Garden, and there's lots of places that you can get flowers to cut, but I find finding good illustrations really hard. So I did a cutting garden, is what I'm calling it, and it includes a lot of the flowers that are in here and the bees. This is tea cards and advertising, more tea cards and advertising, and one of the little flowers. All of the advertising comes from one place, and it documents Poughkeepsie, New Jersey. So, and there's lots of really funny ones in there. Another fruit garden and home illustration in a pocket. Okay, another tuck spot on the side, and this is a shrunk down Los Angeles Times. I think it's 1909, something like that. There was an article about Lincoln. You can't read it. It's too small because it would have been a really large newspaper, but there's some advertising, and the back is blank so that you can write. Edith Holden. The back of our sheet, our center, our first sheet. Here's the center of our book. Another Edith Holden. This little envelope is just the same as the other one. It doesn't have the lace on it, but the design is the same. Oh, and each one of them have a little dangle. And I showed you the card. And then here's another, I could have cut it down, but I thought, well, I'll just fold it this way because it was really cool. It's, looks like it's 1909 again or something. It's hard to read because I think this was newspaper and it's been shrunk down. A Los Angeles Times advertising page. There's lots of really fun things on here. So I folded it like you would have folded a letter when you put it in a regular size envelope back in the day. Some more hydrangeas out of my Better Homes and Gardens. There's Pretty Lady, she's included. So another tuck spot. This is the other nursery order form, another lady. And then this was also a Better Homes and Gardens image. Again with the silk. This cute little boy coming to deliver roses. This is in the Cutting Garden. This is the second Signatures little botanical book. More advertising, antique cards. Here's another botanical print. It is beautiful, and if you look right back in here, you can see people having a picnic. So this is our second Sears and Roebuck advertisement. This is the Hathaway home, and it was $1,334 delivered in pieces. Another ladies' hat advertisement. This was that 1930s magazine, and it says, "Leave the beaten trails, come to South Africa." I thought that was interesting. Another tuck spot with just some really stained up paper. Another spot here. This little envelope is the same as the one that's in the front. Just a decorated envelope. It's printed on both sides. Our center. Another card. This is one of the cuttings out of Cindy's garden. The bottom of our advertisements to South Africa and Sears. Another garden image with some doves. A cute little girl trimming her bush. A little tree rose. The other side of our botanical book. More writing paper with lines. More writing paper. Another pocket. You can see it is just so chunky full already. More advertisements, a Pretty Lady card, and this is another double tuck spot here and here. The bottom of an Edith Holden. Our last page and the back of our other removable pocket. And this here's back here so you can see where to put it back in. And our end paper. So I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of In the Peaceful Garden. And anyway, like I said, this book really needs to be used with a closure because it's already really full. So until next time, this was Cindy from Vintage to New. Bye-bye.